In my personal experience, I've met several Christians who believe that all gods from all different religions are all one. What would your response be to that belief as a, sorry, I typed it down, as
Take
a
your time.
single deity believer? What would your response to this be?
Okay, so I think what's interesting about that claim is that it's like you have to investigate the claim itself. So if we think that like all gods are the same or lead you to the same place, right? Well, the problem, of course, is that each god, by its own description, is contradictory to the one you're comparing it to. So, for example, if you're Jewish, you might believe that Jesus is a prophet, but you don't believe he's Messiah. If you're a Muslim, you believe that he's a prophet of a status even higher than Muhammad, but you do not believe he rose from the grave. Now, these are contradictory claims. We think he rose from the grave, you don't think he did. We believe in a resurrection, you don't. We believe that Jesus was God, you don't believe he was God. So we could both be wrong because we have contradictory claims. We could both be wrong, but we can't both be right because our claims are contradictory. One of us could be right or none of us could be right. But we can't all be right because the claims are contradictory. So just to be thinking about it clearly, I think you only have two options here. Either we're all wrong or one of us is right. Now, what's interesting about that, you're looking for unique suspects. I'm looking for the suspect who stands out from all the other 5 guys. I had a case one time with 8 different guys were my suspect for this one woman's murder. But one ended up standing out uniquely, and the other 7 just kind of fell into the pile. And when you're looking for the one unique suspect, it's usually a good clue that you might have the right guy. You know, he's uniquely available, he's uniquely angry. Something about him is unique that separates him from the rest. What I think is interesting about all the other world religions historically, I don't care if you're looking at Persian mythologies, Greek mythologies, the Romans borrowed a lot of the Greek mythologies and changed the names, but the point is, I don't care where you're looking, Medo-Persians, wherever you're looking, you'll find that they're all work-based. It's always, you have to do this to satisfy God. And then there's one anomaly in the history of those, which is grace-driven. It's not, you got to do this, it's that it's already done. And that is, it's a unique feature of, it really stands out uniquely from, if you study look at the Jewish law, look at Mormonism. Mormonism is not a grace-based system. Mormonism is, you have to earn your way to a celestial kingdom. So, these are things that are all similar. There's like a big pile of world religions that have the same view of how you get to God. You have to do something to get to God. Then there's this one unique Mona Lisa that says, no, actually, God did all this. You could never. That makes sense, doesn't it? Think about that for a second. What could you really do that would impress God right now? Can you bring the entire universe into existence from nothing? There's like nothing you could really do, if you think about it, that could impress God right now. It just turns out, it seems to me that Christianity represents that philosophical truth before you even get to theology. And then it stands out, it's unique, it's the outlier. So it's a good place to start. Not only that, everyone makes room for Jesus. Buddhism has a place for Jesus. Hinduism has a place for Jesus. Mithras worship changed to accommodate Jesus. Attis, Heracles, all of these ancient mythologies adapted some form of the Christian story after Jesus arrived. Baha'i makes room for Jesus. He's a manifestation, along with Baha'u'llah. I don't care if it's Ahmadiyyan Muslims. I don't care if it's New Age. There's a place for Jesus in every one of these systems. Yet this guy says, there's no place for you in this system because I am the only way to the Father. That's so interesting to me, that everyone was willing. That's why Jesus is a good place to start, because everyone else already recognizes him. As a matter of fact, if all you knew about Jesus, you learned from the non-Christian religions, I got a list on that too, you'd know a lot about Jesus because you can get that from the leaders of the other systems. Gandhi said a lot about Jesus. The Dalai Lama says a lot about Jesus. Jesus said nothing. By the way, Buddha pre-existed Jesus. He says nothing about him. Hinduism pre-existed Jesus. He says nothing about it. Most of these systems predate Jesus, yet he doesn't make room for any of them. Paul says, you people are religious, but I'm here to tell you who the real God is. And that's what happens. So I think he's unique.